So, slamming.
Slamming!
We all do it. We're all guilty of it.
Oh, it's a terrible thing.
It's an awful crime.
But also lovely.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
If you don't lose.
If you don't lose, yeah.
Yeah.
So, if you win a slam.
Yes.
If you win a slam.
In the fortuitous occasion.
Yeah, if the gods are shining on you and you win a slam.
What happens?
Do you think that you should continue to enter slams after you've won? Because normally in the UK, well, certainly in Scotland, once you win a slam, you qualify for the Scottish Nationals. You've won the prize.
Yeah.
Should you continue to compete?
I think that's a really interesting question, which my views have kind of evolved on. My first answer would be no. Like, I think if you win a slam, then you've already qualified, then step back. Like, let other folks slam. It always seems so kind of self-important to be like, oh, I'll step back and let you maybe have a chance. Yeah. But not in that sense. I think just in the sense of like, if you've won, then obviously still keep performing. Like, obviously all the open mics, all the other opportunities to perform, keep doing it. But I think that there's something to saying, if you've qualified, don't, because then
it's not even about winning another slam, it's taking that spot away from a performer who could have had a chance at winning,
particularly when I think so much of the scene is focused on growing the scene, on inviting new talent, on not having it be the same faces over and over again, because no one benefits from it being just a closed loop. Absolutely. We want it to be more folks and more folks. So I think that's my policy would be, don't generally enter again. I've been in the position of slamming once I've qualified, but both times have been that I'd already signed up for 2 slams, and then I won, and then I said, well, I already promised you, and I've tried to drop it, but then other things have come up in the way. So I think that it can be hairy territory, because anytime that you say, well, like, I've already won, so, like, I'll just drop out and give you a try, or, like, because as well, the great thing about slamming is that you win one, you're probably going to come last in the next one. Like, it's such a crapshoot. You never know what'll happen. You never know what the audience wants. You never know what the judges want. You don't know who you are going to be at that slam. You might be rubbish at the next slam that you do. You might do a different set. It's not as though you do one and you're guaranteed to win the next, which is as it should be. There will be different competitors, all of that. But yeah, generally my stance would be stop.
Yeah.
What about you?
I tend to agree.
Yeah.
I tend to agree. Like, I qualified for nationals fairly recently.
Woo!
Yeah. And it was my first slam win, which was nice. That wasn't like a team slam.
And that long. You're such a boss.
I know, but as you say, depends on the audience and a whole bunch of factors. And as the old saying goes, the best poet never wins. Except when I did.
It's the one exception. The one exception.
But I've sort of taken the stance that I shouldn't compete again, simply because I don't know. It tends to be sort of a view that slams are a means to an end. Like, they're a means to a bigger slam. They're a bigger competition. Like,
not in and of themselves having any value.
Yeah, it's like preliminary competition, and then the nationals are the actual competition.
Yeah. And
I feel like even entering another big slam, so I won the Litsock Slam.
Yeah.
Fantastic thing. You should all go.
So good.
So I won that one. I wouldn't compete in another one of those purely because they're so well attended. They're not struggling to fill spaces. I have done another Litsock Slam since, but it was because somebody dropped out and they needed to fill the space to keep
I think that's then a different thing.
Like, doing a favor, like, and filling out space is something that I think is okay, but I don't think that you should sign up for another slam if you won one. If you've signed up for 2 slams in a row, then that's fine. You've already made the commitment.
You've already committed,
once you've won a slam, you shouldn't sign up for another slam unless it's really weird or interesting. Theme slams or anti-slam or the Poets Against Humanity Slam, which I didn't attend.
Was redonkulous.
But I heard it was really weird. So Andrew Blair, do it again so I can attend.
We one of the ones that I did after I'd qualified was rhyming optional. They always do a slam at the Southside Fringe, and they did Game of Poems this past year, which was a Game of Thrones themed slam. And I thought everyone else would be in costume, Doug.
Yeah.
It's like one person, Kirsty Nicholson, bless her, came as a dragon and wore like green stuff. I came in full armor.
Yeah. Rocket.
So
we all want to bring armor back, though.
Yeah,
it's the secret wish of everyone.
Hashtag bring back the armor.
Yeah, bring back the armor. So my degree will finally be useful.
Yeah, right. So what do you think, though? Because I know that there's some folks who say, right, you've already qualified for nationals. Mm-hmm. Stop. Like, people might want you to stop slamming, but you need to practice.
Yeah.
Because there is something to be said for, it's a different level of stress when you're doing just like doing a set or doing an open mic, or even doing something like Loud Poets, where you're up there and you do a poem and you leave. It's a different thing from the more heated environment of a slam where it's timed really exactly. So some folks might say, keep doing it so that you practice. What would you say to that?
I can see why people would say that. Personally, I would say that should be done privately. Mm-hmm. You should be hounding yourself. You should be timing yourself. Yeah. You should know. You should know anyway, roughly. If you're going to start competing in slams, you should know roughly how long your poems are generally, and then you can start. Once you've qualified for nationals, you can start timing your poems and being spot on with it.
Right.
And you practice by yourself. Again and again. Yeah. Then also take the opportunity to do open mics and not treating them like a normal. Hey, I'm just going to go test out a poem, test run it. Treat it as, I want this to land the way it's going to land at nationals.
Even tell the audience, be like, right, I'm running this for nationals. Somebody get out your timer, like, boo me, cheer me, whatever, Because I think that's the thing. I'm inclined to agree with you. I think that there are so many opportunities to run poems outside the context of the slam. And they might not be that same level of intensity, but there are ways to replicate that.
And I mean, also, you're never going to be prepared for nationals. It's just the way it works. Like, the venues change all the time. The audience size changes, the way you feel on the night, however much you've had to drink on the night, if you drink before a slam. Just there's a whole bunch of different factors that you can't account for, really.
No.
Because you're going to be a different person when you arrive there. And
it's meant to be a fun thing. It's not meant to be like, you have your special slam undies and you know everything that's going to happen, because it's always going to be spontaneous and crazy. And
I think that's the good thing about UK slams and Scottish slams specifically from the context that we know them, is that they are very much a community of poets just getting together and having friendly competition. Yeah. We had a poet...
I wanted to kill you after the last time I competed.
That's fine, because you didn't. We're still here. If you do
the arsenic didn't go down.
If you do kill me, it will be a bit of a problem.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, because otherwise this won't happen again.
Okay.
We'll stop having these conversations.
But I like these conversations.
So don't kill me. That's what we've learned here. Rule number 1 of slamming: don't kill Doug.
Don't kill Doug. Anyone else is fair game, but no Doug. But
I remember we had an American poet, Taylor Johnson, come over.
Yeah.
And she stormed it. She won the Loud Poets Slam, the first one we ever did.
Yeah.
And she went on to compete at nationals. She did really, really well at nationals. And she remarked that the UK, the Scottish slam scene was so different to the US slam scene.
In what way did she say?
Well, I think it came down to more the sort of experience that she had in the US was very competitive. Everyone was very cutthroat. Everyone was out to win.
Yeah.
Whereas in the Loud Poets Slam that she competed in and in nationals, it was more about learning other poets' names and becoming friends with other poets, and like, this is one to watch out for.
Yeah.
I hope you do well. I hope you do well as well. Like, Loud Poets did a round where it was head to head. So it was poet versus poet. Not in any kind of real sense. The actual effect of it was to just do a normal round of poetry slam, but it gave the audience an added poet versus poet. Yeah, and it gave them, the poets, a chance to actually talk to another poet directly, and they got the friendly competition element going on. Like, we were in a venue which had like a space to the side of the stage at the time. Mm-hmm. And that's where we kept the poets in the cage.
Not pit.
We call it the poet pit. And
always keep your poets in pits.
Indeed, otherwise they escape.
So you never want to escape a poet. Yeah. They're metaphors, like semicolons everywhere.
Yeah, but these poets would pair off in the pairs that they were assigned just at random, and they started talking to each other and encouraging each other.
Yeah.
And it was really nice to see, and I think that's something that should be brought forward in slams a lot more.
Absolutely.
It's that friendly competition element. And I think just bringing it back to what we were discussing earlier, you sort of deny another person that experience by taking their spot. And I say their spot, I'm not going to change that view in any way, I don't think, because if you've qualified, you've had your turn.
Yeah.
Like, unless you need to step up to keep the night running, or it's a weird occasion where it's not really a nationals qualifier.
Yeah, it's a different kind of event. Yeah,
you should be stepping back. You should be taking it on yourself to prepare yourself in the best way that you can. But it's not.
And obviously still go with support and all of that.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, slams are fun.
You know,
slams are way more fun to watch than they are to be a part of.
Oh god, yeah. You can have your pint, just relax, cheer.
Absolutely.
Don't be doing calculations in your head. Yeah, it's so much better. So much better. Why do we slam, Doug?
I don't know anymore. We should just watch them.
Smart. So nationals just get a lawn chair and just put the feet up.
Yeah. Just get cocktails, you know.
Ooh, wise.
Sipping Mai Tais at the back.
Classy.
Dear.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
No.
I think that about wraps it up.
I think it does. Slams, folks.
Slams.
They're good.
Yeah.
And bad.
Subscribe somewhere here. I'm gonna put my hand here. That's where the subscribe button's gonna be.
Right here.
Right here.
Right here.
Right here.
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 Yay.
Here.